Hey everyone, welcome back to Growing Super Hot Chilies. We've got the hardening process all done. As you can see, I wanted to make this video a little bit sooner, but we were in the hospital for about a half a week and our new baby's here. So anyway, let's get to it. I've got some work cut out for me for the topping and trimming. I'll start out with the yellow 7 pot as an example. As you can see, it's pushing a pod. I don't want that yet. I think the plants are too small and I want them to focus on plant growth, not pod growth. So we're going to get that out of there. We're going to top, do a little bit of trimming, and I'm going to use these 3 as examples because I think that's a good variety for the examples, because I'll be having to cut a pod off on this one. I mean, this one's wide down, way down here, so I have a lot to do there. I haven't decided exactly where I want to top that one yet. And this one here is going to be like your easy basic topping. It's just now starting to get the Y there, so I could just go right at the base of it and pop that off there. Alright, I'll show you the rest of the plants. A lot of them already have, they're starting to split into their Y form on the stem. A bunch of these have pods, little pods coming in, mainly the habaneros. That yellow 7 was pushing that one out early, which surprised me. I thought all the flowers were going to be dropping still, but I was wrong. So let's give you a look. Here's a good example for the hardening off, and apologies that I didn't get to make a video in the middle of the hardening off process. Like I said, we were tied up. You see the end of this one, it's almost, it's kind of transparent a little bit right there, and the end's just fried. The only reason that happened is because this leaf was resting on the pod itself, and the heat bouncing off and absorbing into this just added extra heat right at the end there and caused that leaf to burn up a little bit. Not a big deal. We can take those lower leaves off and the plant will be just fine. Alright, so that's that. That's that baby Moruga, and it's doing pretty good. So yeah, let's get started. So on this guy, if you can see right here, that's where the Y was at. Right, well, this stem's kind of funky because that pepper's laying on it. But all we're gonna do, I guess I can cut it right below the Y. That's what you're really supposed to do once the Y is forming. But for this example, I'm just gonna take this pod and follow the stem down as slow as I can get it and just pop it off. Might be scary cutting some of the pods off this early, but trust me, it's going to do your plant a lot of good. There's a few techniques. You can top, like I said, right below the Y, and just top it right there. Or you can FiM or trim. FiM is kind of, this is different. If you're going to top here, that would be a top. If you're going to FiM, it's going to be FI missed. So you're going to go above that, about to here, and just snip. So you have these little branches left. Alright, so that's one. Two. Really gotta make sure I get these little flowers. And 3. That's done. That's the yellow 7 pot. And you can really get in there and take a lot of these lower leaves out. I'm not going to worry about that right now. You guys might see it in a later video when I really get a detailed trimming done on that. Okay, next is going to be, I believe, the white habanero. Let me flip this around and make sure you can see it alright. Okay, there we go. Now, this one's going to be about the same. I'm not going to necessarily top this below the Y. I'm going to do some FiMing. So, this thing's branching out so much. These things are really fast growing plants. So, I'm going to start at the biggest ones, I guess, and just work in. So, I'll come out here. If you can see this node here, just going to grab it right to where it's starting to split off again. I'll come in and just snip it off. Alright, same thing on this side. I want to take it kind of close to the plant. I don't want to trim it too far away. you know, keep it in kind of close. All right. There we go. Gonna have a small branch coming up vertically here, so we'll just get in there and give it a little snip. All right. Now let me try it this way. These habaneros are getting a lot of growth right off the stem already, which is what we want, so that's good. Now, hopefully a lot of you are able to do your topping when your plant looks like this. You don't necessarily have that Y yet, it's still growing vertical. Alright, and let me get in here. If you can see right in here, there's a flower right in the middle, and that's what you want to watch for once you see the flowers come in, where those very first flowers come in on your plant. That's where it's gonna Y and split. It's gonna Y off and make that split. So we're just gonna take that and go right below it, completely on the main stalk of your plant. Get in there and just top it off. Alright? So you have that which would have kept going. Now it's not. Now the growth is going to be focused lower in the plant, and it's going to shoot out a lot more nodes. A lot more nodes mean a lot more flowers, more peppers. Alright? Now, if you're in a zone like I am, you know, I'm in Northeast Ohio, so we have a fairly short growing season. What this is actually going to do is going to make it so I get one big harvest at the end of the season. Normally, if you don't top, you're going to get pods coming in July all the way through September if the weather's good, and you'll get several smaller harvests, and they get progressively bigger towards the end. This way we're just gonna get one big harvest, and that's fine with me. Alright, so also with the topping, what we're gonna do, we're gonna get down low and just start snipping off all the leaves. Alright, you get it on the right on the stem. So say your leaves here, you put your shears over the stem, follow it up to the main stem, and snip once you're there. Alright? I haven't had to use the big shears yet. That's good. That might be for later in the year. After I'm done with this, you'll be able to see a lot better of the growth that's going to be happening. Alright? There's that. I'm going to leave the top 2 leaves. So it's going to have 2 leaves right at the top. It's going to look like a sad plant for a little while. But let's twist it. We have 2 leaves at the top. And let me lift this up and get it close. Alright, you see all these little leaves coming out of the stem? All those are going to shoot out, branch out. We're going to have a nice bushy pepper plant, and that's what we want. So I'm going to do that with all my plants. Any ones that look like this, that we're just starting to get the Y, I'm going to do that. I'm going to top it, and they're going to all look like this. With the other ones that already are really starting to bush out and get all the different branching coming off, I'm going to be a little bit more detailed, and I'm going to do the FiMing. So you guys will see the progress when it's all done. Alright? Alright everyone, we're done with the topping, trimming, and FiMing. So let's go over how the plants are looking now. Here's the Fatali. I left 3 leaves on the top and just stripped it all the way down. Alright, most of them I left with 2 to 3 leaves on the top. The ones that I actually topped, the ones I FiMed and trimmed, they have a little bit more. and they also have a lot more growth coming out already. So I know they look kind of sad right now, but this is really good for your plants, and they're gonna turn into nice bushy chili plants. And come a month from now, they'll be looking real nice. All right. You know, most of them are bare stalk. Some like that have some growth growing. Some like this are just now starting to pop out little nodes to come out. So that's it, guys. I know, you know, you might look at this and say, oh, I'm not doing that. That's, you know, it's off-putting a little bit. This is the first time I've topped my plants like this. So, you know, you just gotta, once you start, you know, trimming and cutting off, it's easy. Let me show you here. I did end up cutting just 3 pods. I had the one yellow 7 pot there, and then 2 white habaneros. Popped them off. We don't want those on yet. So that's it, guys. Let me take you over to the overwinters real quick and show you how they're doing. You know, we're getting a lot of growth on this butch tea here. This one, actually, all the flowers are dropping off, which is fine. That's what I want. The Reaper is actually, I just saw this, it's pushing out some pods. But since these are overwinters, I'm just gonna let them push the pods. I don't mind. They're already established, and they're big enough to push some pods out. The yellow ghost, I think I got something on there. I might have accidentally got some chemical spray or something on that, which you see all the little rust colored dots. But this thing is still growing funky. It's got these little tiny stems there, and they're short and stocky, but they're not growing. So I don't know. That's just the yellow ghost pepper, I guess. It's not, you know, well, I guess on this side it's got a few decent stalks coming out. But yeah, that's it for the overwinters, guys. And that's pretty much all the leaves and vegetation that were cut off. So we'll give these chili plants a few weeks, maybe a month, or I might do, you know, I'll try to do a 2-week video. If not, it'll be a month, and then you guys will see the next update and see how they're doing. Alright, guys, I'll see you later.